Everybody, just got in and can't go to bed without kind of sharing how disgusted I am about this decision today with regarding Jesse Smollett, um, and what this bad actor of a prosecutor decided today and sealed the record so nobody could know. And to say that, you know, well, this guy, he's nonviolent and he's doing community service. Let's be clear. He did 2 days of community service. Um, he fabricated, he created, he invented, he manufactured a hate crime. I know people have gone to prison for hate crimes, um, nonviolent hate crimes. And to just say that because it's nonviolent, it's the standard, um, or it creates a standard for why he shouldn't go to prison. I'll tell you why he should go to prison. Because number one, he did commit that crime. The police have the evidence he committed the crime, um, and the police superintendent said as much. Rahm Emanuel, who probably we don't have a lot in common, but he's outraged. He's outraged. He said as much. And some deal was made in a back room somewhere. They sealed the record, and hopefully at some point in time we'll see how it all came about. But here's the deal. Number one, many of you know I have a prison ministry, and I travel to prisons and stuff. And just for the record, again, I think I've said it before, but there's probably 3,800 Americans serving time in prison, actually serving natural life in prison for non-violent offenses. My perspective is if Jesse Smollett, a guy who is educated, not poverty stricken, has status, has the applause of the people, he has the approval of the people, he's got it all, and yet he's out there committing a crime. And so if putting him in jail would be an injustice because the barometer is nonviolent, then I'm telling you, Donald Trump, Mr. President, 3,800 American citizens who are in serving time in prison for nonviolent offenses all throughout America, they need to come home tomorrow as well, because that is an injustice. And I am so sad for the mothers and the fathers of those particular individuals serving forever, Jesse Smollett, okay, for doing something far less than what you did. Okay, these guys are in prison. Some of them, I put a couple of these online earlier a few months ago. A guy stole a jacket for 159 bucks in prison for 22 years already. Another guy stole some Michael Jordan jackets in prison forever. It's like, it's disgraceful. It's just disgraceful. I just couldn't be more disgusted tonight when I heard that news, how they just did some backroom deal with this guy and sent him on his way. And I'm going to tell you something. He paid for justice, right? He paid 18 hours of community service, $10,000 for something that he probably cost the city more than $1 million for, in time and resources of people trying to figure out, the nonsense that he did. It's very sad. It's very sad. And I just really feel like every mother and father of every one of these inmates who's serving time, natural life, for nonviolent offenses, for things we send people to rehab for, should all be out in front of that White House tomorrow demanding that their children come home without question. Because a lot of these people were 19, 20, 21 years old. They're now, 40, 50 years old, for committing crimes far less, and for things we don't even consider a crime anymore. So I'm outraged. I'm outraged. And that this is going to hurt the criminal justice system because it sent a message today that you can get away with committing crime. It sent a really bad message to the wrong people that they can continue in rebellious ways and deviant ways, and you're not necessarily going to experience the consequences of that behavior depending on who you know, how much money you have. That's just a fact of the matter. So I'd love to know your feelings. This isn't to me a political matter, and that's why I'm talking about it. To me, it's a national disgrace. And every time it happens, no matter what color you are, black, white, brown, green, I don't care. When we watch people, because trust me, if that was me or if that was any one of you probably watching me, I don't think we have the resources to walk out of a place like that and not have to worry about being held accountable for our behavior. But, this is the thing, there's no reverence for God. There's no fear. Like people, they believe in God and mercy and grace and holiness and all this, but God is a God of justice. And there needs to be a reverential fear of Him for that reason. And so, at the end of the day, my faith, my beliefs is, we're all going to have to stand and, and answer to our actions, our choices, our words we speak, the things we do. And so, I'm not going to really lose a lot of sleep over this tonight, but I am outraged. I'm outraged to see what took place in Chicago today when me and my wife, we travel the country speaking to inmates who just come from, incredible situations of poverty, illiteracy, abuse and violence as young children, and kind of, didn't stand a chance from day one. And then to see this guy who just had it all and go out there and act a fool and not be held accountable, I'm going to tell you, you're not even doing him a favor. Consequences, correction is a good thing. And today, Chicago, that prosecutor, he failed. He let down his police department, and he failed the people of Chicago. He failed the people of America. And so it'll be interesting to see how, it plays out as the people who paid for their kids' scholarships to colleges. It'll be interesting to watch as this progresses to see how many of them actually get held accountable, how many can buy their way out of it or know their way out of it, know somebody who can get them out of it. So I'll be paying attention, I'll be commenting, but I just had to comment on this decision today, because doing what I do and going where I go, this was just, and having had the experiences I've had, having been held accountable, knowing that, 34 years down the road, I can't get my record expunged. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can't get on Angie's list, So, I fill out an application. I still got to put down I've been convicted of a crime. And, there's something really dirty and all that. And, but, we move on, right? So, be looking forward to hopefully one day finding out what's in that sealed record. But I just want to say God bless everybody. Hold your loved ones. Let them know you love them. Nothing's guaranteed. And, we lost somebody this week, and that's why I'm saying that. Just thinking about that right now. But anyhow, love you all. Take care. Make sure you give me some comments, some feedback on what I'm talking about here. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right. Good night.